Hello my dear health seekers, Inga from Health Origins here, and today I'm so super excited to be bringing you this amazing recipe. Can you guess what that is? This is a vegan version of Snickers, right? The Snickers, my favorite bar I used to love the most. I've managed to recreate this. Woohoo! I'm so excited, and I'm even more excited to bring you this for the occasion of my channel reaching 1,000 subscribers. While I'm filming this, I'm inching towards 1,000 subscribers on my Health Origins channel, and once you watch this, I'll probably be over 1,000 subscribers. So I really wanted to celebrate this important milestone and thank you everybody who subscribed and believed in my channel, believed in my mission, and helped me to get to this place, because my mission here on this channel to help people see the truth that plant-based food is the actual real food we should be eating, and that it's up to us. We've got the power, we've got the control to turn our lives around, to turn our bodies around, and reach that weight loss goal of ours, and reach that ideal body that we all deserve to have by eating the most delicious and nutritious and natural plant-based foods we can. So this is my mission, to help people change their eating habits and bodies with plant-based meals for a healthier and happier life, and no oil as well. I'm so excited, and I've made this bar with two kinds of caramel. So one is the date caramel and the other one is coconut sugar caramel, and one of these options tastes exactly like the Snickers bar I used to know and love, and I'm not going to reveal which one it is. You'll have to watch the video until the end, until the taste testing, to find out, but I guarantee you it's going to be worth it. Oh my god, when I first bit into it, I was in heaven. I was like, I can't believe it, I made Snickers, guys, right? I'm just so excited. So let's dive into it. So I've got ingredients here. So we're going to be making nougat, then we're going to be making the caramel, and I've also got some dark chocolate melting here for dipping. So let's just start with the nougat. So I've got my ingredients here. So this is the recipe that I've come up with, and I tested it once, and it really is delicious. And I'm going to be making it, the caramel can be made two ways, and I'm going to try and experiment. I've done it one with dates, and it really worked, but it still didn't have that quite the Snickers taste. So I'm going to be making it with some coconut milk and some sugar, coconut sugar instead as well. So we're going to try two different caramels and see which one we prefer. So for nougat, you could half the recipe, by the way, because this will make quite a few bars. We'll see how many, but yeah, you could easily half the recipe if you wanted to. So we'll start with the nougat, and the wet ingredients you need is 4 tablespoons of either peanut butter, or you could also use almond butter. Almond butter might be a more traditional nougat ingredient, although I don't have any almond, and I haven't tried with almond. I might try it next time. I tried it with peanut butter, and because Snickers is very peanut rich kind of dessert, a bar, I think peanut butter works here really well. So I'm gonna go with peanut butter like I did in my previous attempt. And this is so exciting because Snickers was my favorite chocolate bar, and then the second favorite sweet was, well, my favorite bar was Snickers, and my favorite sweet was Raffaello, you know, the Ferrero Rocher, not Ferrero Rocher, Ferrero Raffaello, so like covered in coconut flakes and cream in the middle. So this is one dessert I still want to recreate, so that's my next challenge. But Snickers was one of my favorite bars. So yeah, just to make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, 4 tablespoons of peanut butter and then 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. So I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons. There we go. And I'm gonna mix it through. I think I'm gonna, I'll see, I might bring a whisk, because I like mixing it with whisk, because I find it distributes it quite well. Although that seems to work okay too. So maple syrup and peanut butter. And then I've got 4 tablespoons of almond flour. So this is some almonds that I've ground up myself. So you could do, you can buy store-bought almond meal, almond flour. Actually, be careful, because almond flour might not be, you want ground almonds, so that's kind of what you're going for. Not quite the flour, because flour could have the fat removed from it. So you want ground almond flour, okay? So that, and I've also got 2 tablespoons of coconut flour as well. So I'm gonna add these here as well. So basically this should become a pliable dough, and we're going to leave that to rest for a little bit so it becomes kind of absorbs the liquid and becomes less sticky, because at the minute, once we mix it up, it'll be a little bit sticky still. But the coconut flour will really absorb that moisture from the butter and from maple syrup, and it'll become like a really nice pliable dough, if you like. So I'm just trying to mix it through well. So yeah, so that seems good to me. So we'll let that stand until we prepare the caramel and the rest of it. So here I've got 8 dates. So these are 8 medjool dates that I poured boiling water on for literally 5 minutes, not very long, 5 minutes, and then I just poured the water off. So I'm going to add it to my Thermomix blender. Just add it to any powerful blender, because you want it to be properly blended up with no bits remaining, because you want a smooth caramel. So I'm going to just add my dates in my blender, and we're going to need, I believe, 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. So I'm just going to reuse this spoon here. So 4 tablespoons of maple syrup to make it a little bit more liquidy. Well, just about enough actually. Perfect. Right, so 4 tablespoons, and we're going to need 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. I need to grab a clean spoon for that. So your coconut milk might be runny. Mine is actually nice and solid at the top, as you can see. So 8 tablespoons of coconut milk or cream in this case actually. And then we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. What's going on? I haven't got my spoons. 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. 1 to give it nice caramelly vanilla flavor. And also I'm gonna put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt to give it this caramel a little bit of a salty caramel flavor. Yeah, so this is just roasted peanuts, so they don't have any salt in them. That's why I'm putting a little bit of salt in my caramel. But basically what I did, I got raw nuts that actually have their red skin on, and I've just roasted them, dry roasted in the oven on 180 fan oven for 15 minutes. And then I've peeled the skin off. That was the long and fiddly actually procedure. So that's our nuts. So we're gonna blend the caramel ingredients up now to make sure it's nice and smooth. You might need to scrape the sides of your blender because it's quite a thick mass. As you can see, it's very thick. So I'm just gonna scrape the sides off my blender and keep on blending. In fact, you could probably kind of heat up your coconut milk. That would probably help if you heated up your coconut milk a little bit before adding to blend in here. That would be a bit more liquid. So I'm gonna hand blend it with my stick blender here, Bamix. I really recommend a really good stick blender. It served me and Mark quite a few years. Mark had it beforehand, maybe for a couple of years, and then we had it together for about 8 years, nearly 8 years. So yeah, it's some bits kind of broke off, but it's still working. And I had to change the blade here at the end and the stand, but the actual motor is still going strong. So I'm gonna blend it with that. In fact, I think I need a little bit of color to protect it from splashing everywhere. So I'm gonna add this little color to just stop this splashes and blend. Well, that is looking pretty uniform. There's little bits of kind of date outside pieces, but I think once it cooks and gets darker, it'll not be visible. So I'm gonna transfer this to a pot to heat it up and make it into proper caramel. So now I have transferred the caramel onto the pot to start heating it up, and it's kind of on medium low. In fact, I'll probably just reduce it a little bit more because we don't want it to burn at the bottom. We want it to kind of start heating up nicely. The milk, the coconut milk has melted in here, and yeah, we just need to heat this up and probably cook it for about 5 minutes or so. And while it's cooking, we need to mix it once in a while, obviously, so that it doesn't burn. But while it's cooking, what we could do, we could form some bars from the nougat. So nougat has firmed up now, and it's quite pliable. Obviously, make sure your hands are clean. And take a generous golf ball size piece and form a bar, a square bar from it. So just gonna form it. Can't remember the size actually of the Snickers, probably about that size. And then I'm gonna form a few more. Right, so these are about similar proportions. So I've got 6 bars. See how the caramel has darkened? And that, in my opinion, is good enough. So I'm going to just switch it off. So it's been about 5 minutes. And it's darkened a little bit, and that's kind of what we're looking for. And I'm going to just let this one cool down, and we're going to be preparing the other one in the meantime. And I'm actually going to put these briefly in the freezer so it's easier to put the rest of the ingredients on them while we prepare the other caramel. So I'm going to just freeze them for about 5-10 minutes or so. So here I'm going to be making the other kind of caramel. We're going to need 8 tablespoons of coconut sugar. Actually, we'll just do half. We'll just do 4. Yeah, so 4 tablespoons of sugar and then 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. So 4 tablespoons of coconut sugar and 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. So we're doing just the half version of it. And I'm gonna just do a little sprinkle of salt here, a couple of decent pinches. And we're gonna put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So there we go. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna switch it on kind of medium heat, and we're gonna make a different kind of caramel, and we'll see what it's like. And I haven't got rapadura, but normally I would make it with rapadura, which is cane sugar. But I ran out of that pretty much, so I'm using coconut sugar in this one. I think rapadura would probably give you a bit more traditional caramel taste. We'll see what the coconut sugar and coconut milk will be. It'll be kind of coconutty caramel, I presume. So yeah, so it's really thinned out now. And we'll let that cook and thicken up for a few minutes as well, while stirring every so often. So I've transferred the date caramel into a glass container, and I'm actually gonna put it in the fridge to cool down a little bit quicker, because we're trying to cool down the caramel, and we're making the other type of caramel, as well as having our nougat in the freezer at the minute as well. So it'll probably take about 5 to 10 minutes until we can kind of put things together with this caramel and the nougat. This one actually is thickened up quite a bit, and it's gotten darker in color too. It smells quite coconutty actually. So maybe I'll give it another minute or so, and we'll see how that goes. So it's darkened quite a bit, and it's thickened a bit as well. So I'm gonna just switch that off, and we're gonna let that one cool down as well. It's really actually dark because the coconut sugar is actually brown already, so it's quite a dark caramel, this one. So I've got my caramels chilled, both of them. And I've got my bars out the freezer, and actually I had them in the fridge for a little bit, and I've melted my chocolate here, so dark chocolate over bain-marie, so it's just a bit of water underneath in a glass bowl, and I've melted a bar and a half of chocolate here. So let's start putting it together. So we're going to do 3 with one caramel and 3 with the other caramel, and see which one is going to be nicer. So I'm going to start with the date caramel, and I'll do a slim layer of caramel on top of nougat here, and then we're going to put some nuts on. So just a little bit, so that the nuts stick. I'll do 3 with this one. And I'm going to do 3 with the other caramel. I think I should have kept the nougat in the freezer for a little bit longer, because they're not very solid. They're quite soft. Layer on here. And then I'm gonna do the other caramel. Ooh, it's proper oozy, that one. See if I could put some on to stick some nuts on. Proper caramelly, stretchy texture, as you can see. It's even hard to apply to the bar. Like to apply in a thin layer. Yeah, definitely this caramel seems like a more of just the color is darker, because like I say, it's brown sugar, coconut sugar. With rapadura you will also get quite a dark caramel, because the sugar is not white, it's not refined. But we're going for a healthier Snickers, right? Not a refined sugar version. So I'm gonna just add lots of nuts on top, try and push them in, because the comment my husband had on the previous one that I made, that it was not enough nuts. So this time I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna add more nuts to these babies. And then, so I'm going to add the nuts, and I'm going to cover them with a layer of caramel. It should be yummy, so that should be enough for that one. Proper loaded. So I'm going to do the rest of them. So I'm definitely left with lots of caramel left over, probably enough for another 2, 3, or even 4 batches of Snickers bars. So yeah, make sure you make more nougat and go sparingly on the caramel. So these are looking great. So now I'm gonna just proceed of putting caramel on top carefully to just try and coat the nuts on top. It's a little bit fiddly procedure, but I shall try, and I'll try to make an even layer on the top, as even as I can get it, so that our Snickers bars are smooth on the top. So that's with the date caramel. And now I think it'll be mission impossible with this other caramel, because that's like really sticky and stringy. I think I'll struggle. Actually, I've got 2 spoons, so that might help. Just, you need to work out obviously a system how to get it on there as least messy as possible. Yeah, this caramel is definitely more Snickersy, but it's harder to work with, to put on. It'll be interesting to see what it's taste-wise. So that's my Snickers with the nuts and coated in caramel. So all that's left to do now is to coat it in chocolate. However, I think with them being so sticky, it will be tricky. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these in the freezer for about maybe 20 minutes or so. And after that, we'll reheat the chocolate again and then try and coat them when they're a little bit more solid, because at the minute it would be pretty much impossible, I think, to try and coat them in the chocolate as well. It would just end up a massive mess. So I'm going to freeze them and then going to try and coat them afterwards. So the bars have been in the freezer for about 20-25 minutes. I've reheated the chocolate again and we're going to try and coat them. I think it's going to be quite a messy business, but I'm going to try and start from the bottom. Just add a bit of chocolate to the bottom bit of the bar. Just coat it. And then I'm gonna actually do the same with the rest of them for the bottom, and then I can coat the top. So let's just add the chocolate on the top and try and cover the sides as well. It's gonna be messy. It's hard to do a neat job, really. I think the best way would be to completely freeze the bars and then maybe have like a cocktail stick to stick at the end of the bar and then dip the whole bar in. So I think I might try that next time. But for now, I'm not going to be too particular with the aesthetics of these chocolates. The main thing is for me to see what they actually taste like, and also to see which of the two caramels worked better as well. I think the sugar caramel definitely going to be the more Snickers-like because of the stringy texture. Yeah, so this is it, guys. I'm gonna let them now what's the word, harden. I'll let the chocolate harden and we're gonna do, you know, to see how they look like inside and do the taste test for both. Actually, I need to remember which ones were which ones. Yeah, so these were the caramel and these were the dates. I shouldn't have mixed them. Anyways, the two bottom are caramel and the two top are dates, I know that much. So yeah, so we'll try them once they're done. So here comes the moment of truth, guys. And I'm even more excited to present this to you now with the 1,000 subscribers coming for almost my birthday. My birthday is tomorrow. So yeah, this is the most amazing gift, guys. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate all of your support. And I hope my channel you know, acts as an inspiration for you guys to make these delicious dishes and to change your life and body for the better. So let's get on to taste testing, the most exciting bit of it all. So here I've got date caramel bars, and this is the coconut sugar caramel. So from the look alone, I'll zoom in for you guys. but from the look alone, you can see that basically the coconut caramel ones are definitely looking more like the Snickers you know, we know, and the date one is kind of looking more like Mars bar, even if I would say that. So yeah, so that's interesting. And actually, well, let's get on to the taste testing, shall we? So let me taste test the one with the date caramel first, okay? Oh, yummy. It's so delicious. You can definitely taste that nougat. And there's also the nuts. I wouldn't say it's traditional Snickers taste as I know it. It's not like 100% there. Yes, there are hints of Snickers taste, but actually my mum was right, because my mum got to try that last night, and she said that this version with the date caramel actually tastes more like Mars. So that gave me an idea. I'll probably make a Mars one minus the nuts. So it's going to be pretty much the way I made it, except that I will not include the nuts, and that will probably be more like a Mars bar. And then this beauty, oh my goodness, guys. This, so you probably already know that the date caramel one, not date, sorry, coconut caramel one is the one that should taste exactly like the Snickers we know. So let me taste test it again, because I had already sneaky taste test, as I told you. Oh my goodness. Whoever tells me that this is not Snickers I'm eating is dead wrong, because it's so exactly like the way I remember Snickers. The caramel taste, the nougat taste, the chocolate. Oh my goodness, it's just amazing, guys. If you do try this, please comment down below, you know, how amazed you were of the taste, right? I hope yours turn out just the same. They should be if you follow the recipe, but my world has changed now when I can have Snickers back again. So I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here, welcome and subscribe for more videos just like this, where I once in a while I get this amazing revelation and create the mind-blowing tasty video for you guys. And remember, guys, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body. And thanks again, guys, for your support and encouragement, for any of your suggestions and comments so far. I really appreciate your feedback. And let me know, what else would you like to see on my channel? What other recipes you'd like me to veganize and healthify? Because you know, I'm all about that. How to make the tasty recipes that you used to, vegan, and not only vegan but healthy vegan as well. So until next time, guys, take care.